This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Topping our news this evening, a push for education causing backlash from critics of vouchers and scholarship-based programs that would allow students to choose where they go to school. President Donald Trump was joined by Education Secretary Betsy DeVos in Florida today, where he praised the St. Andrew Catholic School as a kind of school that disadvantaged children should be able to choose for their education. But some are not in agreement, especially teachers and their unions who have blasted the president's focus on charter schools and on vouchers, saying his approach would undermine the nation's public schools. And while the president here in Florida tonight, President Trump says it's a witch hunt, but Democrats are calling for wider investigations of the ties between the Trump campaign and the Russian government. It's based on accusations that Moscow meddled in the U.S. election that made Mr. Trump president. And one Russian official seems to have been familiar with the Trump circle. ABC's Brian Clark reports.
President Trump arrived for another Florida weekend at Mar-a-Lago, trailed by more questions about his campaign's contacts with Russian officials. Questions swirl about Team Trump and this man, Russia's ambassador to the United States, Sergei Kislyak, who met with several of candidate Trump's top people, though some seem reluctant to admit it. Attorney General Jeff Sessions did not disclose two meetings with Kislyak during Senate testimony.
I did not have communications with the Russians.
Now he says,
in retrospect, if I should have slowed down and said, but I did meet one Russian official a couple of times, that would be the ambassador.
Likewise, former campaign foreign policy advisor Carter Page.
Did you have any meetings last year with Russian officials in Russia, outside Russia, anywhere?
I had no meetings, no meetings.
Now,
did you meet Sergei Kislyak in Cleveland? Did you talk to him?
I'm not going to deny that I talked with them.
And son-in-law Jared Kushner joined a meeting between Flynn and the ambassador in December. Democrats say it all calls for an independent investigation. President Trump calls it a witch hunt. And the president tweeting out this 14-year-old photo of Democratic Minority Leader Senator Chuck Schumer eating donuts with Russian President Vladimir Putin, writing, "We should start an immediate investigation into Senator Schumer and his ties to Russia and Putin, a total hypocrite." Schumer says that meeting took place in full view of the press. Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
And back here on the Suncoast, the persistent problem of red tide is getting a higher priority among local representatives. Congressman Vern Buchanan recently attended a meeting to address the red tide concerns in Florida. The U.S. representative says more research is needed for the benefit of Florida's health and economy.
I think there's a lot more we can be doing in this space, and I know red tide comes and goes in this area for a long time, but I think there's more that we can do as a community, and we are. And I'm trying to lead that effort to make sure we have a big impact.
Buchanan says he plans to work closely with Mote Marine Laboratory. And in college sports, size and skill often keys to a scholarship. Add a shout out from one of college basketball's most trusted opinions on national television, and well, you can unlock the door to your dream school. ABC7's Adam Cellini is joining us to describe the experience for one high school player. Adam.
Yeah, Haley, it was during a primetime matchup between Florida State and Duke earlier this week when college basketball analyst and Suncoast resident Dick Vitale broke away from the action to talk about a player from Sarasota High School. It was 40 seconds that could change the next 4 years of his life.
Thank you. Thank you for the shout out.
Sarasota High School senior Emmanuel Lambright was doing homework on Tuesday night while this was happening on TV.
I'm telling all you recruiters, get to Sarasota High School. Emmanuel Lambright, a sleeper. Paul Biancardi, you should be writing about him.
And all of a sudden, like, Coach Russo and his son Matt Russo just like started texting me and calling me, and they were like, "Did you just hear that? Like, did you hear what Dick Vitale said?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they said, like, he shouted you out, and I didn't believe it.
Once players started posting the video on social media, Lambright's phone was overwhelmed with alerts. Elsewhere, his coach Kevin Fields was getting calls too from colleges.
It goes from phone calls to workouts being scheduled. That's what Dickie V did for Emmanuel right here. So we got several several schools coming down within the next 2 weeks. That's going to come watch Emmanuel work out.
It's not as if the 6'6" shooting guard was overlooked. He got his first college offer at the age of 15, but as the years went on, Coach Fields says he just got lost among recruiters. Last year, Vitale did the same thing for Cardinal Mooney's Ryan McMahon, propelling him to Louisville.
Sometimes these kids are underrated. I've seen Emmanuel play. He can jump and he can shoot. And I think in the right environment, with the right coaching at the big-time collegiate level, he can be a contributor.
Schools like Georgia and Northwestern, who have shown recent interest, may now have some competition to sign Lambright, who is looking for a challenge on and off the court next year.
I just want to make sure I get a really good education so I can have a platform to do what I want to do after the ball stops bouncing.
So you saw Dick Vitale in the video there tonight. He was in town helping even more Suncoast kids. He had a charity event down on Clark Road to raise money and awareness about pediatric cancer through the V Foundation. He was joined by several local youngsters battling that disease themselves. They've set a $3 million goal for the annual Dick Vitale Gala. That's later this spring, some of which they raised tonight, but they are encouraging more people to donate or buy tables at that event, which takes place on May 12th. Haley?
All right. Thank you, Adam. He does so many great things for our community, and I really hope that maybe Emmanuel will consider Northwestern. I like to hear that. And now we're going to head over to Bob and get a check on our weekend weather forecast.
That's right. And Northwestern making the big dance, it looks like, too. So you never know. He's got some good choices ahead of him there. As far as the system goes, we have a large dome of high pressure. Now, it's located to the north of us, and we're kind of trapped in between two weather systems, a low pressure area developing to the west, and that means strong winds are going to continue, breezy conditions tonight, and it'll stay that way on Saturday. The frontal boundary, which is bringing us some cooler temperatures tonight, is down to our south, bringing a few showers into the Florida Straits and near the Middle Keys right now, but no rain around here, no mention of rainfall either for some time. Currently, we have fair skies and the temperature at 61 degrees. The dew point really low at 47, so it's really dry out there. The pressure is extremely high, 30.40 inches. You don't see that very often, and that continues to rise. Well, much more in the weekend's weather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. It was more than a year ago. Two 14-year-olds went missing after making their way through the Jupiter Inlet and into the Atlantic. Now, a Florida senator is looking for a change, sponsoring a bill that will now go before the Florida legislature. The proposal would prohibit children under 16 from operating a boat unless an adult is present. If it passes, parents of children who don't comply would receive a mandatory minimum second-degree misdemeanor, a $500 ticket, and up to 60 days in jail. Boating experts, though, have mixed feelings about this bill.
I think it should be the same as you're driving. You're operating machinery that can literally kill somebody, and accidents happen, and I think the responsibility should be the same.
There were 737 boating accidents in the state of Florida in 2015. Only 23 of those accidents involved boat operators under the age of 17. Some North Manatee County residents are bracing for what they say will be a major disruption to their low-key country lives. Manatee County commissioners approved a 720-unit apartment complex for Amlong Road, an area just north of 275. The complex is set to span 139 acres. But many in the community say the project does not support the current infrastructure. Nearby homeowners cite the small roads and crimes as possible reasons for their opposition to the plan. The project developers say they are aware of the neighbors' concerns and have made some adjustments in hopes of reducing the impact. Drivers beware, there are some big changes coming to the Venice Jacaranda roundabout. The roundabout has gotten heat from drivers since it was built. Some say the signs are misleading. Others say it's too congested. The Florida Department of Transportation will begin a $1 million project on Monday to add new signs, adjust the incoming lanes, and open a third lane for drivers who wish to make an immediate 90-degree right turn without entering the flow of traffic.
It's a real crapshoot when you pull out with all the cars coming around.
Well, I'm glad that someone has finally taken responsibility and said the original design wasn't good.
Work begins on Monday. Most of the major work will be done during overnight hours. The project is expected to be complete in the spring of next year. A new hospice facility will soon go up in Lakewood Ranch. A groundbreaking ceremony was held today for Tidewell Hospice's new hospice house. It will be near the intersection of Lakewood Ranch Boulevard and State Road 70. The house will have 12 patient rooms, 2 family living room areas, and a nurse's station. The $5 million project is expected to open late this year.
Being at Lakewood Ranch is going to be so convenient and another great asset or resource for that community. Today they have stores, restaurants, housing of course, and good health care. But this will be one more component to that great health care that they have today.
Tidewell Hospice has helped thousands in our community, including veterans, through their honors program. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, deportation fears on the rise as Homeland Security proposes the possible separation of women and children who cross the U.S. border illegally. And a hearing regarding a Stand Your Ground case wraps up.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman. It's Friday, March 3rd, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $83 million. With the jackpot, all you have to do is match all 5 white balls plus the Gold Mega Ball. Get out your tickets. Good luck. Your first number is 48. That's followed by 14. Then we have 26 up next. Is 51. Our final number is 39. Time now for the Gold Mega Ball, and the Gold Mega Ball is 9. Your winning numbers again are 48, 14, 26, 51, 39. The Gold Mega Ball is 9. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be $94 million. Good luck.
Now's the perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new, unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Port Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Bob, huge change from last night.
Yeah.
Wind is here, cooler temperatures.
Cooler temperatures, drier air too,
Right.
all in place. And it turned out really nice though for Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah,
a lot of people
perfect,
enjoying it. A
yeah.
little bit chilly there as the sun went down, but all in all, a nice night tonight at Lakewood Ranch for Music on Main. Big crowd too, as you would expect. We have a beautiful day today out on the water too. If you're out there, at least near the water, but not on it. Small craft advisories were in effect up and down the coastal waters, and they will remain in effect. Unfortunately, it's a big weekend too for people wanting to get out there and do some fishing, and it looks like boating is pretty much shot in the bays and off in the Gulf as well. Well, this was a nice shot right here on into Anna Maria. Michael getting this one and sending it in. See the waves starting to build there, but with an east wind, the waves aren't typically that strong along the coastline. As you get an east wind, it blows the water offshore. Small craft advisory in effect. You can see that area covered in purple all across the west central portion of the state. Well, a large dome of high pressure is built in now behind this front, and this high pressure ridge will stay here. It will move a little bit off to the east over the upcoming days, and so it's going to block any kind of storm system from entering into the weather picture anytime soon. And that dry air is still around in the upper levels of the atmosphere. There's a chance it could see a few showers on the east coast because of that strong wind out of the east will pick a little bit of moisture up in the Atlantic and carry it toward the east coast, but not for us. 61 degrees now at the Sarasota Braden Airport. Braden at 62 degrees, and 61 is the temperature, dew point 47, and winds are out of the northeast at 8, so not all that strong. The pressure 30, 39. And as far as temperatures go, it looks like we'll be kind of chilly to start the day off on Saturday, but warm up again into the upper 70s for highs tomorrow. 78 was the high today. 59 was the morning low, and 75 is the normal temperature for a high, and 87 the record. No rainfall, and as I said, it is dry and will stay that way. Temperature is already down in the 40s in Jacksonville and Tallahassee. 58 degrees in Orlando right now, 72 in Miami, 58 in Orlando, and temperatures in the 50s in Arcadia. 60 in Northport, 63 in Inglewood. Venice here at 62, and the Gulf water temperature 72 degrees, which is unusually warm. The wind will be the story tomorrow, again out of the northeast, anywhere from 10 to 15, gusts as high as 20 at times. And notice the winds don't change much in the afternoon. It's basically out of the east-northeast, and that's a direct result of this large area of high pressure. And you'll see that strong easterly wind bringing some moisture and clouds along the east coast. Once in a while, you will get a sprinkle or two in the interior counties, say Highlands and Hardee and DeSoto counties could see a late day sprinkle, but not much at all. And this storm system to the west falls apart as it runs into this area of high pressure, now kind of anchored over the southeastern United States. Well, a storm system gathering into Texas and New Mexico. Also, we got a little weak system bringing some snowfall, something they haven't had a lot of, into Chicago. So winter kind of coming back right now as far as temperatures go too. Buffalo getting some lake effect snows and places to the south near Cleveland, also some lake effect snows there. But all in all, as far as temperatures go, it is pretty cold across the Great Lakes. In fact, 16 in Toronto, 23 in Detroit. You factor in the wind, feels like 12 in Detroit, 7 right now into Toronto. So cold in Boston too, 9 degrees. For boaters, I mentioned a small craft advisory is in effect, 3 to 5 foot seas, and that'll stay that way on Sunday. Tides upcoming, high tide at 5:26, a low at 10:16. Tonight, breezy and cool, low 53, mostly sunny tomorrow and breezy, windy weather, 77 for your high, northeast winds 15 to 20. The extended forecast, well, there it is. Things don't change much. We just see less wind on Tuesday, and then temperatures staying in the upper 70s. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The Department of Homeland Security is now considering a proposal to separate women and children who cross the U.S. border illegally. A senior DHS official confirms this to ABC News tonight, saying it would be an effort to deter undocumented immigration. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez reports from Los Angeles.
13-year-old Fatima Avelica sobbing, recording on her cell phone as her father, who is undocumented and came to this country more than 2 decades ago from Mexico, is taken into custody by immigration agents. Dressed in police jackets, you see them put Romulo Avelica Gonzalez into a car after stopping the father of 4 in Los Angeles as he drove his daughters to school.
It's terrible to feel and see your family being broken apart.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement said in a statement, Mr. Avelica was targeted for arrest because he has multiple prior criminal convictions, including a DUI in 2009, as well as an outstanding order of removal dating back to 2014. But under the Trump administration's crackdown, other undocumented immigrants who don't have criminal histories are also being detained. 22-year-old Daniela Vargas, who was brought to the U.S. from Argentina when she was 7, was in the process of renewing her legal status when she was taken into custody Wednesday.
A path to citizenship is necessary.
Just hours after speaking about her opposition to President Trump's immigration policies.
She was not breaking the law.
And her attorney filed a motion with the Department of Homeland Security today asking to keep her in the U.S. until her case can be heard in court. As for that case here in L.A., that attorney has applied for a U visa to try to keep Avelica Gonzalez from being deported. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A Florida judge ruled that counties cannot hold arrested immigrants for U.S. Customs officials. The decision calls the holds unconstitutional and says the federal government cannot compel state authorities to hold federal prisoners. Critics say the county honors hold requests because refusal to do so would put federal funding at risk. The mayor says he's obeying the law and his county is fighting the ruling.
We're very confident that it's going to be overturned. I think there's sufficient legal precedence here to overturn it. And by the way, everything goes on as before because basically our appeal put a stay on this particular order.
The court did not order Miami-Dade County to stop detaining immigrants for federal authorities in the future, and other judges are not bound by this ruling. Prosecutors and defense attorneys have finished providing evidence in a hearing to determine whether a retired police officer acted in self-defense when he shot a man in a movie theater in 2014. Next week, a judge will decide whether Curtis Reeves should be immune from prosecution under Florida's controversial stand your ground law. The 2-week hearing ended today. Reeves shot 43-year-old Chad Olson during an argument as movie previews played. The law says a person has no duty to retreat when faced with a violent confrontation and can use deadly force if he or she fears death or great bodily harm. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
How hard is it to stop a stroke? It is challenging, it is difficult, and every second counts. A comprehensive stroke center gives the patient a better chance to walk out with minimal to no disability. We are able to offer treatments above and beyond the standard 3 hours after the onset of a stroke. A place like Sarasota Memorial Hospital really increases those chances of giving back a better quality of life.
The official salon of ABC7. Salon.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under-bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Now, sports.
It was a battle between the two teams currently spring training in Sarasota and Manatee counties. The Pittsburgh Pirates hosting the Orioles at Lecom Park. Pittsburgh taking a strong lead in the first inning. The Orioles getting on the board a little later in the game. By the fourth inning, the Pirates have 5 runs on the board to the Orioles 1. The game ending 5-2, the Pirates taking the home game victory. And then in Tampa today, the Rays hosting the Detroit Tigers. Tampa dominating the game in this second inning with 4 runs. And then they take the lead all the way and take a final score of 5-2. The Tampa Bay Rays taking the victory. The Rays' Ricky Weeks Jr. continuing some impressive play. He says he feels comfortable at first base.
I'm feeling good, though. Just one of the things was coming playing baseball and, obviously spring training, coming early, get your work in, try to work hard to perfect your craft and keep going.
Tomorrow, it's the Rays taking on the Orioles. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
The best way to watch these birds, I take it, because I saw you walking around with binoculars, is to bring your binoculars.
Right. It's a hobby that almost anyone can do. We're heading out to the celery fields to do a little birding this week on Animal Outtakes.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
I heard about the Dettoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dettoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice: choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory. It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Fort Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window, we manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has terminated his ties with the new Celebrity Apprentice. The former California governor told CNN that he will not be returning to host the reality program, which was once hosted by President Trump. In a statement, Schwarzenegger said he would work with the TV team again on a show that doesn't have, quote, this baggage. The actor took over the hosting duties for Celebrity Apprentice in September of 2015. NBC has not commented on Schwarzenegger's decision. The network has not officially said if it plans to pick up the show for another season. Actress Natalie Portman has a brand new baby girl. Portman and her husband, Benjamin Millepied, welcomed baby Amalia on February 22nd. That could be, probably is, why the actress did not show up at the Academy Awards 4 days later, even though she was nominated for Best Actress for her role in Jackie. This is the couple's second child. Portman and Millepied met in 2010 while filming Black Swan. They have a son also.
Okay, lots going on there, and not too much in the weather. It's going to be nice, although windy. That's the only downside, but generally temperatures on the warm side in the upper 70s to low 80s all the way through Friday. There's a chance for showers come late Friday, but really that's an easy forecast.
But it feels good now.
Yeah, it is. I like the dry.
So if you want to get up early,
low humidity, yeah.
I don't know.
You're jogging.
I'll try. Have a great weekend.